Yeah, we're going to be starting off with Abdul Razak Alhassan versus Cody Brundage. This is a tough fight to predict. Pretty much every fight we're covering is going to be very difficult to analyze. It could go either way on most of these fights very easily. So let's just dive right in. Abdul Razak Alhassan, not exactly the world beater that he was touted to be a few years ago, known for his one punch knockout power, basically like a little mini Francis Ngannou of the middleweight division was kind of how everybody was looking at him. False accusations derailed his career, but nonetheless, not really a fan of Abdul Razak Alhassan. I'm just going to say that right now. Even though the allegations were false, just in general, the circumstances still kind of indicated that maybe he was doing some extramarital curricular activities, if you catch my drift. Anyway, regardless of that, getting down to the nitty gritty of this, he's still a shit fighter no matter how you see it, whether he's guilty, innocent, or anything in between. A turd's still a turd. Dude has absolutely nothing if he can't knock you out. His nickname's Judo Thunder. I don't know who the fuck came up with that besides some dumbass that fucking first trained him back when maybe he used judo, because I've never seen him use judo except get judo used on him. He constantly gets taken down up against the fence in the middle, pretty much however you want to have your way with him. He's like a little Thai street hooker, and you can just pretty much impose your will and dominate him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He just has one punch knockout power. If you can't knock him out, then if he can't knock you out, you can knock him out like Joe Pfeiffer did. But he managed to recover, and it ended up being a sub because, once again, his grappling's ass. Just all around, just an ass fighter, really. Cody Brundage, also, honestly, an ass fighter. This is turd sandwich versus turd sandwich. But Cody Brundage, at least, while I'm hesitant, and once again, they're both so terrible, it's like, fuck, how do you determine which one's going to be better? These are the things that make me lean towards Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage is pretty good at pressuring, which is kind of what you need to do to Abdul Razak. You need to immediately kind of like tactfully set up your takedown attempts on him, push him to the fence, kind of like Munir Laziz, I believe it was able to do to Alhassan. Get him backed up against the fence. That makes your takedowns easier. That makes your clinch attempts easier. All that easy takedown attempts based off backing him up. Get him, thinking, get him overwhelmed, pressure him. He's susceptible to that. Cody Brundage seems to be decent at doing that. Throughout pretty much all of his fights, he is at least a good pressure fighter. I really think Bo Nickel was just toying with him, but he did showcase some good defensive grappling against somebody even as great as Bo Nickel. I don't think Razak Alhassan's going to be offensively grappling with him, but that just proves still overall Cody Brundage has a pretty good grappling IQ and acumen to help impose his will on Razak Alhassan. And I think that's probably going to be the key to victory for him here. While Cody Brundage does actually have some pretty good hands in terms of his power, I don't think he's going to be able to pull off like a Chaos Williams and knock out Razak Alhassan. So as long as Cody Brundage plays it safe, yet, comes forward responsibly, sets up his shots pretty well, I think this should be a pretty good, easy win for Cody Brundage, and hopefully the last we see of Razak Alhassan, who is so fucking overrated still to this day. In his last 7 fights, he's won 2, lost 5. He's 38 years old. He lost a lot of his prime to those allegations, and that's very fucking sad, but I'm over here crying crocodile tears. Just get the fuck out of the UFC and go to bare knuckle or something where you're better suited. Cody Brundage, you're on borrowed time too, so don't think I'm a fan. What do you got, Ben?
Starting off, man. Starting off. But
you're still on that bullshit with the one punch KO.
The thing is, I don't like either of these guys. That's the bad part. And Vegas, the lines in Vegas are the only thing that swayed me, because both of them, they can kind of get the knockout. I think Abdul Razak Alhassan really can get the knockout. He swings wide, which is a detriment to him too, because when you're swinging wide, it's taking more time to get more reaction time. The person that the punch is going towards, Alhassan can stuff the takedowns. I don't know about Cody Brundage. He just hasn't showed me that he does enough. So even if this does go to a decision, I don't know if he's going to have the volume to win. I think he has to take him down and control that control time. right now, looking at the money, it's 54% of bets are on Alhassan. So it's almost 50-50, but he's getting 69% of the money. So I think some sharp bettors out there are seeing something. I think I'd have to go with Alhassan just for that reason alone.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Brundage money line at plus 142 right now. Abdul Razak Alhassan's minus 170. Once again, can't disagree. Cut it short. Not much I can disagree with, but I don't like either one either, so I'm just going to go with the underdog just to try to get a plus unit on this. I could easily see it going either way. I hope for a double knockout. They just both knock each other the fuck out and they both lose, but Brundage money line for me.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.